Alright, so today a orca named Una died at Seaworld. She was 18 years old and she was suffering from an infection. Um, According to Seaworld, it's been months. According to other sources, she's had ongoing infections for a few years. Um, so whose word do you take? I'd prefer to take the other sources over SeaWorld because they're a greedy corporation who just is in it for the money. So I figured now would be the time to make this video. I've been doing some research on SeaWorld and I just wanted to get that knowledge out there that a lot of people I don't think know the real truth behind SeaWorld, and they just think it's a family park you can take your kids to. You can see some wildlife, and that they're a good company, and they do a lot of conservation, and they save animals, and they're doing a lot of good. Um, yeah, through the research that I came up with, that's not even close to the case. SeaWorld was started in the 60s by four guys straight out of college. They were looking to create a underwater restaurant, but when they found out they couldn't do that, they decided to make themselves a theme park, get some animals and make some money, which they did, and eventually sold it to another company who bought it, another company bought it, and then it finally wound up in the hands of 2009. It got bought out by the Blackstone Group, and the Blackstone Group is actually an investment firm. And what does an investment firm do? It invests. They are there to make money, not to help. So SeaWorld throughout the years has captured wild animals, orcas, belugas, dolphins, and all kinds of other animals to put into their theme parks to exploit for the entertainment of the masses so they can fill their pockets up with lots and lots of money. They claim to be a conservation group when in fact only about 1% of their annual income, I think, goes to conservation, which is like, I think, 5 cents per ticket when their tickets are worth like $60 a pop. And that money goes to their own organization. So, I mean, really, it doesn't really do much because their conservation is, I mean, they claim to be doing research and studying orcas in captivity, which they've had over 40 years now, and they barely produce any data or any kind of information out there. They put out a few papers. They haven't put out any papers in a long time about orcas. They've been putting out research about other animals, but why do you have these animals that you claim are for research and conservation and you're not doing anything with them? You have your own in-house vet, your own in-house scientist, your own in-house everything, and you don't allow outside people to come in and research and to study these animals, because they know that if outsiders came in and saw the conditions that these animals are being kept in, that the truth would get out. They are kept in horrible conditions. You're taking wild animals like orcas and putting them from the ocean into a bathtub, and you are stressing them out. You're taking away them. They capture them. They don't anymore because it's illegal, but now they breed them, which hopefully that will end. They captured them, stole them from their families, killed their families, shoved them in tanks with other whales that they don't know, so they fight. They don't get along, so they attack each other, and they try to escape one another, and by doing that they injure themselves also. They have all kinds of medical problems, and I believe they've had at least at least 44 orcas have died at SeaWorld. And a lot of them have died from many different diseases, from heart defects to pneumonia to immune system failure to infections, giving birth. It's all kinds of things, and it is not pretty at all. The average lifespan of an orca in captivity is less than 20 years. I think it's even less than that. When in the wild, it could live up to 50 to 100 years. And yet SeaWorld is claiming that orcas in captivity live just as long as they do in the wild. Studies says the opposite. I had a lot more, but I think that's about it. I mean, people have so 2 deaths have occurred at SeaWorld because of them keeping them in captivity and causing them to become aggressive towards humans. In the wild, they are not aggressive at all. There's been no attacks on humans ever recorded in the wild, but in captivity they've had at least 2 deaths and might have had more. There's just 2 recorded at SeaWorld. Recently was 2010, I believe, the whole blackfish thing, and that's a very good thing. The blackfish documentary, you should watch it. That'll give you more truth about what's really going on, better than I can tell you. Just one more thing. Side effects of captivity. You have a weakened immune system, dorsal fin collapse, shorter lifespan, violent or psychotic behavior, higher calf mortality rate, oral health problems, and PTSD. These are all things that that lead to the death of the animals, and that lead to horrible things, and all in the name of conservation. In reality, it's just they're masking for greed. So, this ain't the perfect video, but there you have it. Just some facts about SeaWorld, and I hope you like this video. Thank you.